What's going on? It's your boy Bowie, Bouey in the building. And I'm back with another video, but this one is not about Sub-Zero. Though I'll find a way to weave him in because my boy desperately needs buffs. NRS, please buff Sub-Zero. But no, this video is all about Cyrax. And this right here is going to be a Cyrax guide. Now, this is not a full comprehensive Cyrax guide because something like that would be an hour-long video where I would have to go over what her best strings are, what's her neutral game like, and all the various infinitesimal details and copious details about the character. I'm not going to do all of that. What I want to do is I want to give a guide for those of you that have just started playing Cyrax, or maybe you're already using Cyrax. I want to try to help crystallize your gameplay a little bit. Okay? So, Cyrax is a strong character. I do not believe she's top tier, but she is a strong character. Think someone like a Lee May. You know, where Lee May, if she gets in and hits you, she's going to hurt you bad. But her buttons are kind of stubby and her range leaves much to be desired. Well, that was before. I mean, they did buff Lee May's range to be slightly better, so maybe that's not as true as it used to be. But Cyrax is kind of in that same position now, okay? So Cyrax has to work her way in and get to the opponent. But once she's in, Cyrax finds herself in one of several offensive scenarios, and you're going to hear me refer to them by their types. So the type A situation is Cyrax is getting a hit confirm into a foam. So what is Cyrax hit confirming with? Well, the easiest thing she can do it with is 1-1. So 1-1 confirms into foam very easily. That's her fastest punish string. She also has 2-3, which is her footsie string. This is really good in shimmies because you can, you know, sort of bait the opponent to poke you, walk back, and then do 2-3 into foam. Okay. We gotta start using this a little bit more. Though I wish her stand 2 wasn't 12 frames. I think that's kind of ridiculous. But anyway, this is a good string. Very good string. Also, it's -3 on block. Very good string. A particular normal that she can hit confirm with is 4-2. So she would do 4-2 and hit confirm it into bomb. Or foam, I should say. And then she can do her combo from there. This normal is very good because not only is it -7 on block and it's a mid, but it also armor breaks. So let me go to her enhanced pirouette. If I get a lengthy knockdown, the opponent better not try to get up, because then it's combo time. You see that? So I think that's really, really good for her. And so she has those 3 buttons that she can hit confirm with, but probably her best and most highest damaging hit confirm is off of back 3-3. So back 3-3 goes right into the foam. Okay. Now, technically, she can also hit confirm from standing 3. So maybe that's a good long range punish from ranges that you know stand 1 would whiff at. Like if someone does a move and you know that they're going to be at range, you can do stand 3 into foam as well. And this has good range, though it doesn't have as much range as stand 2. But stand 2 is 12 frames. So if somebody's like -10 or negative 11 on a move, you're going to want to hit confirm into this. Because then you'll get more damage than you would just from 1-1. You see what I'm saying? So those are her hit confirms. Now, what should Cyrax do when she gets the hit confirm? Well, you have two main options. Well, two forks of options, I should say. So, obviously, you could always decide to cash out for damage. And if you cash out for damage, Cyrax can get some pretty nice-ass damage, to be honest with you. That's 380, pretty much. And she didn't require any cameo. She didn't require any meter. She can just do that. You know. Now, with a different ender like back 3-3, she can get even more damage. Let me see if I can even connect this. I don't like using this combo ender because it ain't that reliable. Damn it. No, I just messed that up right there. Whoops. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, 385. I wouldn't rely on that because you're more likely to drop it and then you get nothing. But it is an option that's there. Okay? So she can cash out. However, you should not always cash out with Cyrax. You should do something that I like to call the universal bomb setup. I didn't invent this. I didn't come up with it. But I wanted to give it a name so that we all know what we're talking about. What am I talking about? This. So she gets a hit confirm. That's the universal bomb setup. Right there. So I want you to notice I pretty much followed the same route. The only difference is instead of me doing 2 of these stand 3s and ending with this, I only did the 1 stand 3 and let off a close bomb. And you can do this off of anything. You can do this off of any hit confirm that she has. See? So it just doesn't matter. Any hit confirm that you connect with, you can just do this universal bomb setup. Now, before I get into what makes the universal bomb setup so good, I want to get some things off my, not some off of my chest, but I want to deal with some nitpicks that I'm seeing. So I often see people, they'll get 1-1 and they'll do jump in, punch into that. And this is cool. You can do this. You can do this. But I think you're leaving damage off of the table, if I'm not mistaken. So that's 309. That's 309. Yeah, you're leaving damage off the table when you go for that jump in into stand 3. You see what I'm saying? So I would much rather you get 320 as a Cyrax player than 309. Because you're going to get the same setup. It's exactly the same. You're just literally not getting as much damage. Okay? So if you happen to get a 1-1, please don't do a jump-in punch into this. Don't do it. Because what happens is the jump-in punch actually scales your damage. Let me see if I can... hold on. Let me see if I can demonstrate that here. Yeah, you get 310 without the jump-in punch. So adding a jump-in punch actually lowers your damage. So I wouldn't do that. I would not do that. If you'll notice, after every hit confirm, I walk up and I do back 3. Back 3-3. So I'll throw a medium bomb, I walk up and back 3-3. I do this because you just get the most damage. And it's consistent. You know what I'm saying? One other thing I see people doing all the time is they use this damn forward 2. I don't recommend using forward 2 in your bomb combos. I mean, you're more than welcome to do whatever you want to do. Okay, I can see why people... Oh, no, I cashed out. That's why. Let me see. Let me see what happens. Yeah, so even with that, you're losing damage. Now, mind you, off of my combo, I got 320. Off of back 3-3. You see that? That's 320. If you use forward 2, you get 315. And the reason for that is because this is 3 hits, whereas this is just 2. So these 2 hits scale less than these 3 put together. You see what I'm saying? Plus, this is 20 frames. I don't recommend doing this at all in combos. Forward 2. Forward 2 should really only be used when you're in this range. In footsies. You don't want to use it out here because you'll whiff. When you're here, like about sweep distance, that's when forward 2 becomes something that you should utilize. But outside of that, or on wake up, if you knock the opponent down, obviously this works. Okay. So anyway, do the universal bomb setup, walk up, and do back 3-3. Okay. Now, off of her main hit confirm back 3-3, you want to walk up all the way to the opponent. Walk up all the way to them, and then do back 3-3. You see that? So that's what you want to make sure that you do. That way you can cash out on the most damage. Because with off of back 3-3, she gets 35% into a strike throw scenario. So what does Cyrax get from the universal bomb setup? Well, let me show you. So for one, she gets strike throw into this, which I call scenario B or type B. You know what I'm saying? So she can strike somebody into type B, or she can throw them into it. See? So the universal bomb setup allows Cyrax, or you as the Cyrax player, to decide, do you want to attack the opponent with a bomb next to them, or do you want to throw them? That's up to you. That's up to you. Now, I typically throw one bomb, but I don't see no reason why you couldn't do several. You know what I'm saying? You could. I don't recommend it, because as you could see, I was throwing a bomb when they stood up, but you could do that. But what happens is the universal bomb setup allows a bomb to already be out and active by the time they even think about getting up. See that? And then it strike throw right into it. Now, a savvy opponent is not going to just get up and not block. They're going to be either blocking, or they may decide to attack you. They might decide, oh, I'm going to armor your ass. Let me show you what happens when they decide to armor. So you use the universal bomb setup. They attack, armor. Ooh, but then they get hit. Ooh, look at that. They still are in type B. Now, obviously, not every armor attack is going to work that way. Some of them, like Melina, they'll be out of the way, away from the bomb. Others that are fast, like Johnny Cage or Sub-Zero, they'll probably advance forward and get away from the bomb. So, depending on whether what kind of your opponent is using, what kind of character your opponent is using, I'm sorry, they might still get hit. I've had people uppercut me because I went for a command grab after this. They uppercutted me, and then they still got hit, and they died. It was great. You know. Of course, if you suspect that the opponent is going to armor, you have two options. The smart option is just block and punish, and then do it again. And now, instead of just 35%, they done ate 70%. And there isn't an armor move in the game that this won't work on. Oh, I knew this was tearing. Oh, shit. Our sheet is being destroyed. Whatever. Anyway, so Cyrax can just block if you think that the opponent's going to wake up with armor, you can block their ass. Of course, the other option is forward 2. You see that? So you can forward 2 their ass. And depending on who you're using, whoops, I messed that up. Depending on what cameo you have equipped, this can be devastating for them as well. Now it's supposed to be a combo. That was a combo. See that? I'm getting a little ahead of myself. But yeah, notice you can armor break and put them right back in the blender. You know what I'm saying? And so the universal bomb setup is really, really cool. And if you're a Cyrax player, you need to be using it. Find a way to make your cameo get some sort of use from it. Now, I can tell you that with Cyrax Lao, Kung Lao has several things that he can do from this setup. So, obviously, I could just strike somebody into it. That's one thing I can do. And this is not just true with Kung Lao. A whole bunch of cameos will work in that scenario. You just do a strike, bump, bump, cameo, or cameo, boom, and then the bomb blows them up. You know what I'm saying? And then it's combo time, you know? So that's not necessarily unique to Lao. But what is unique to Lao is what happens when the opponent decides, I'm going to try to block. So let's say the opponent is auto blocking. Look at that. Same blender again. Because Kung Lao is a low hat, you can throw this out. And the opponent's going to be like, oh shit, low hat, let me stop. And then, after they block the low hat, it's command grab time. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's so cool. That's very, very cool. Now, having said that, some cameos you can use after you go for something other than the universal bomb setup. You can act like you're going to cash out for damage and use some cameo. Watch this. See that? So notice with Kung Lao, I just set him up. And that's a whole life bar right there. So I cashed out, and instead of me canceling the second stand 3 into the flippy move, I canceled it into a Lao. You know, I canceled it into Lao hat. I'll do it again. So I'm gonna act like I'm hashing out. Hold the hat. And then when they wake up, release. As soon as they stand up, you release the hat. And if they try to attack you or jump and you time this right, they'll get hit. You see what I'm saying? Which is really cool. Or you can hold it, wait for them to jump, and then catch them with stand 3. Or catch them with a jump 1-2 or whatever. Like, this is a dynamic scenario. They're so afraid of what happens with this low hat that they'll try to jump out and they'll try to escape, and then you can chase them down because you're at advantage. You see what I'm saying? So it's really cool. I think it's really, really cool. Now, again, I'm only using one cameo here. Cyrax can do this off of virtually any of the 6 or 7 or 8 cameos that she's associated with. And so, your job is to determine which cameo, how to incorporate the cameo with the universal bomb setup and the cash out damage setup. You see? But everything that I've described so far is what I like to call scenario A. So scenario A is both of you are on the ground. Cyrax gets a hit confirm into foam. You've also seen me allude to type B, scenario B. Scenario B is you have a bomb on the ground and you have the opponent suspended after they've gotten exploded by it. So typically you've thrown them into the bomb, right? But you can also strike them into it too. Well, I fucked that up. But yeah, strike them into it. That wasn't a combo. And that might make you wonder, how do you even time this shit to make sure that it becomes a combo? Well, when you set up your bomb, the way you know when to start attacking your opponent is you have to look at the bomb itself. Notice it rolls and then it stops. When the bomb completely stops, any strike that you do into it will combo. Well, at least as far as your mids are concerned. Stop, 4-2, boom. See that? Now, if you do it too early, it won't be a combo. See that? That wasn't a combo. And this is even true if you use a cameo after. You see what I'm saying? That wasn't a combo. So, and obviously if you do it too late, you'll just whiff. So you have to wait for the bomb to stop rolling. Right when it stops rolling, that's when you do your mid. See that? And that's the good thing about the universal bomb setup, is that by the time they stand up, the bomb is pretty much stopped rolling, and so you can immediately meaty, and it's probably going to lead to an explosion that combos. But anyway, scenario B is you did strike throw into bomb, and you have them suspended in midair with a foam. And I don't care if you struck them into it or you threw them into it. So that was a strike. Notice strikes do more damage. If you find a way to hit your opponent into the bomb, you done did good right there. Oh. Well, I gotta do far one. Yeah. So you have to make sure that you have a bomb sequence that you cannot drop when you're in type B. And for me, that's this. Except I dropped it immediately. That was dumb. That was way too high. That's fine. So notice what I did. So I'm simulating what happens after you get a bomb. So after you get a bomb explosion in the air, I do stand 3. So I do stand 3 into far, well not far, mid, close, and I dash up. So I do stand 3. So stand 3. I'll narrate it. Medium, close, dash up, kick. Well, I'm fucking it up so bad right now. Medium, close, dash up, kick, far, and that's like 284. So kick, far. I keep saying far. It's not far. This is medium, close. I'll just say mid. Mid is one syllable. All right. So mid, close, kick, mid, back 3-3, mid, and then that gives me time for strike throw. You see what I'm saying? So no matter what situation you have, make sure it's something that you can loop. Because if you can loop it, then your opponent will be afraid of it. You see that? And if they're afraid, that's what you want. So whatever your type B scenario is, whatever sequence you have when you're in scenario B, make sure it's something that you can loop. Okay? You should be able to do it 3 times back to back like I was just doing. Or as many times as you can. And this is not the only one that exists. There's a bunch of them out there. Some of them are much more intricate than what I'm showing you here. But get you a scenario that you can loop back to back to back to back. Okay? That's something that I highly advise. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens is, this is where most of the damage comes from. Well, this is where most of the fear comes from, because Cyrax will do a type A combo, and the whole purpose of type A is to combo into type B effortlessly. You see? And then you can then use type B to loop into itself. Also, test your type B in the corner as well. You see that? So when I do my type B in the corner, notice instead of me doing mid bomb, I just do 2 close bombs instead. So let's say I get close, close, kick, close. Oh, whoops, I messed that up. Bruh. That wasn't even no damn combo. Hold on. There we go. Close, close, kick, close, boom, back 3-3, close. Close, close, kick, See that? Notice I'm just looping this shit. Now, sometimes you can fuck it up if you're too eager. So, just be mindful of that, okay? One other thing about type B. Please make sure that off of some bomb pop-up, don't do back 3-3. Because notice, that didn't even pop up. You see that? Also, don't do 1-1 either. Because that same scenario might not work. And the reason for that is because of the increased gravity scaling off of doing a multi-hitting string. So, stick to stand 3. See that? So, try to do single hit normals into your type B scenario. Now, also understand that your type B scenario can also happen off of a jump in. Let me go to default. Hold on. So notice I got an anti-air. So notice Cyrax does have a really nice anti-air in stand 1. Also, you can just do stand 3 as well. But you gotta be careful with stand 3 because if you're too high, you might not get the full pop-up like you want. So I recommend using stand 1. But stand 3 is also really good. Ooh, don't you dare jump, ho. Don't you dare jump. Ooh, don't you jump, ho. You see that? They can't even jump out of it. So, just be very mindful, y'all. I'm trying to... Okay, you gotta be fast with it. Yeah, I don't know if I recommend stand 3 by itself. You see what I'm saying? Because I think I recommend 1 into 3. Don't you dare jump. Don't jump. Stop jumping. You know what I'm saying? So Cyrax. Yeah, see, that shit don't even work anyway. Because sometimes people will do this, and I don't think this will work very well. See that? So I know that 1-1 is an easier hit confirm, but what happens is it fucks up the juggle for type B. Yeah, that's what you'd have to do. You'd have to do an extra jab afterwards. Okay, that's what it is. Damn it. So, if you got to do all that extra stuff, you may as well just do that. So let stand 1 into stand 3 be... You got to dash up, though. Let this be your anti-air, you guys. Yeah, press a button, ho. Yeah. See that? So, that's my recommendation right there. So, that is scenario B. Now, what is scenario C? You might be wondering. Is there a such thing as a scenario C? Absolutely there is. How many times have you caught somebody with a full screen foam and not known what the fuck to do? I have. It's happened. It sucks. But this is what I want you to do. I want you to come up with something that you do, you always do, when you catch somebody with a full screen foam. As far as I can tell, there are 3 options. I'm going to show you the typical options, and then I'm going to show you something that I discovered last time I tried to record this video. So, option 1 is to just teleport, do back 2, and do a damn combo. You know what I'm saying? This is what I was doing for the longest time. So I got my little 23%. It was great. It always works. You can do this in a panic. You can do this in lag. And you'll be okay. Is this my recommended option? No. Because you don't get any setup off of this. Okay. Scenario 2 is you do a far bomb into stand 3. And notice type C just turned into type A. See that? So you do the command grab, Teddy. Well, it's not a command grab, it's a command grab input. So you do the far bomb, which is down, back, forward. Which honestly, it should have just been back, forward, 2. Like, why the fuck it got to be a whole command grab input just to throw a far bomb? Like, that's dumb. Anyway. And then it becomes a type A scenario. See that? And then you get a bomb setup. This is good. This is good. The only problem with this is I have very often done that instead. Like in the heat of battle, I try to get the command grab. I tried to do the down, back, forward. Fucked it up and got a forward 2 and looked stupid. So what do I actually recommend? I recommend doing this. Just jump, throw, and walk up. Well, you got to be fast with it though. Whoops. Jump, throw, whoops. Jump, throw, medium bomb, walk up. Something like that. You gotta be fast with it though. There you go. See that? Because it's the same principle, except I think this is way easier for most people to do. Actually, you might even be able to use forward 2 here. Hold on a second. Hold on. Oops. Wow. Yeah, forward 2 works. So this might be the one scenario where I recommend using forward 2. But even then, probably not. Yeah, so. Bruh. I don't know. This is not looking as viable as it was when I first recorded this. Very interesting. Maybe not. Maybe you come up with something else. Okay. This is something I'm definitely going to have to practice. Because sometimes it looks good and then other times it looks like something stupid. So. Yeah, if you wait too long, she just busts out. You know what I'm saying? So maybe this is probably the best overall option. Well, my point is, come up with something that you do and practice it. Practice it until it becomes automatic. See, I came up with this today. So maybe, what happens if I do this? Oh, okay. So I could do that. I could jump up and then do this. Oh, well. Yeah, I don't recommend that either. Nah, I think probably just the best option overall is this. But my point is, pick something, whether you see someone do it somewhere or you come up with it yourself. Pick something that you do in all scenarios and you do it. Okay? Now, is there a type D, a scenario D? Absolutely there is. Because what if Katana's jumping and you catch her, and you could be anywhere. Hold on. You catch her in the air and you're not like in your regular distance that you normally would be at. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if it's out here. What do you do then? You gotta have something that you pick. You know what I'm saying? So type D is very difficult because there's a lot of variability here. Obviously, you could be here and catch somebody in the air. Sometimes they'll be on the ground. Other times they'll be airborne. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, oh shit, what do I do? So pick something that you do. Okay? That's more of a scrambly situation. But point is, lab your setups. This character requires lots of labbing and lots of love in the practice room. You gotta really get your timings down, get your scenarios down, understand what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do. One tip that I can give you from lots of hard knocks with this character is don't always do the same things all the time. As a matter of fact, you need to mix them up. So if you get a hit confirm, I would not go into the universal bomb setup the first time I get a hit confirm if I were you. If I were you, I would just cash out on damage. Like if you're meeting a new opponent for the first time, do this. Maybe you do this a couple times. That way they think that you're always gonna just do damage. And then that's when you surprise them. Then the next time you catch them, then you do some shit like that. Catch them by surprise. Because now it's like, oh, he thought you were going to cancel into this. But now you canceled into that instead. And so that messes up their equilibrium. Then the next time you catch them, then you hit them with the universal bomb setup. And now they're like, oh shit, I can do this character can do 3 different things, 3 different options. And then even off of the universal bomb setup, they don't always end the same way. So let's say you did the universal bomb setup, you did kick into bomb, right? So after your kick into bomb, switch up the things you do. See, I did back 3-3 Lao, you know what I'm saying? So you could do that. But then maybe next time you catch them, so you do that next time. Next time do back or forward 2 Lao. You know what I'm saying? Or next time you do it, let's say they're the type that like to jump. You jump up and meet them in the air. Jump up with some shit. You know what I'm saying? In the corner, off of the universal bomb setup, you actually have enough time to jump in the air. Hold on, I fucked that up. And I realize this video is very lengthy, but that's because Cyrax has a lot to her. You see that? You actually have enough time to do a neutral jump, punch into back 3-3. You got time like that. You know what I'm saying? And so what I'm saying to you is mix up your options. Don't always go for the same thing. Don't always go for the same thing. Do something different every time. And there's nothing wrong with you doing American resets and cutting your combos short so that you can catch them with more shit. Like, that was just some shit I made up. That wasn't nothing but me just accidentally dropping my combo, quote unquote, so that I can get more damage from people. You see what I'm saying? But the point is, you always want to be mixing up your things, because Cyrax has the ability to steamroll, but she can only steamroll if she catches opponents by surprise. And the more surprises, the more tricks you have up your sleeve, the more likely you are to murder people when you get your hands on them. And if you're always mixing up your options after your scenarios, like if you get your type A, you know, go try different routes into type B, or even if possible, try to get back into type A again, depending on your cameo. You see what I'm saying? But point is, switch it up often. Okay? Yo, every time I'm on a video, I get a call. But anyway, with that being said, I know this video was lengthy. I didn't want it to be a comprehensive guide, though it wound up being very comprehensive. But I appreciate you if you made it this far. Let me know what you think about Cyrax and what other tech you've come up with, or cameos or anything like that, tidbits that you want to add. All right? I appreciate y'all so much. I'll catch y'all later. One.